Dragonway Farms. My name is Ginger, and today I'm going to be winter sowing for the very first time. I first heard about winter sowing a few months ago on a winter sowers Facebook group. They were talking about how addictive this can be as a form of starting seeds for the spring. So a lot of people use it to start their perennials. You use a milk jug, so just an empty milk jug here, and you turn it into a little greenhouse and put it outside. So the benefits of this is you're starting seeds outside. You don't need grow lights. It gives them a little head start because the plastic of the milk jug gives it a greenhouse effect, allowing them to stay warm, warmer than it would be if you just direct sowed into the ground. So the theory behind it is you put the jugs out when it's cold, and with the seeds in it, you leave the cap off, and you put tape around the hole. I'll show everything in a little bit. And you put these out in an unprotected area so that the rain and snow can get in, and your seeds then get their cold stratification. A lot of seeds require a certain number of hours in the cold in order to get them ready to wake up in the spring. So by putting your seeds in these milk jugs and putting them outside, they get exposed to the cold, they get exposed to the moisture, but the jug will actually heat up in the spring a little bit quicker than the ground, thus allowing your seeds to germinate quicker. And you have ventilation in the jug so that on the hot days and things you can lift the top and allow ventilation in so that your seeds don't cook, basically, or your young seedlings don't cook. One of the big benefits of this is that you don't have to harden your seed or your seedlings off before planting them in the actual ground. Since they've already been exposed to the elements and the sunshine coming in through the plastic, they're not gonna be sunburned or anything like that if you put them outside, because they're already outside, and they're already exposed to the cold. So the theory is that once your ground is ready to plant and your seedlings have 2 sets of true leaves, that's when you are safe to plant them out. They should be pretty hardy, and you can just pop them in the ground and you're good to go. So the benefit is it saves time and it saves money. You don't have to do the grow lights or things like that. So I'm really excited to try this method, and I thought I would show you how I am going to do it. Okay, so some of the things that you're going to need in order to do this. A milk jug. This should be a clean, empty milk jug. You can get these anywhere. Ask your friends and family to save them if they drink milk, or you can go to a coffee shop or something like that, and you can ask them to save them. You want the top off, and for drilling holes in the bottom, I'm going to use a glue gun. This is just a standard glue gun without the glue stick in it. Okay, so it's just the gun itself plugged in so that it's hot. And you're also going to need a pair of scissors. These are just regular kitchen shears. So I've had my glue gun plugged in and getting ready to go. And now I'm going to put some holes into the bottom of this milk jug for drainage, because it's going to be outside, it's going to get rained and snowed on, and I don't want to flood my seedlings. So all you have to do is just take the end of it. It's hot, be careful. And you're just going to press it very gently and then a little bit more firmly into the plastic, and the plastic just melts away. I make a little circle to ream it out, and boom, there, I got a nice little hole there. So I'm just gonna make a couple of holes. I think for this one I'm gonna make about 3 holes in each quadrant, I'm gonna call it, of this milk jug. So if you look at the milk jug, it's kind of separated with a this is 1 quadrant, 2 quadrants, 3 quadrants, and 4. So I'm just gonna do 3 quick holes in each quadrant, I'm calling it. Just like that. And this is the quickest method to use, as far as I know, in this winter sowers group on Facebook. A lot of people were saying how this is the quickest and easiest method to do this. Some people try to use drill bits or scissors, and this is actually burning through these in seconds, so that's kind of cool. Sorry. So once you have all of your holes punched in here, then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to go just under the handle. Okay, right off to the side of the handle. And you're just going to cut around. I kind of think it doesn't have to be too perfect, but the idea is that you want to leave the lid intact. So I've cut mostly around it and I've just left a little bit so that I can then pop it open. Okay, this is going to allow for your ventilation. So for this, I have all-purpose potting mix that I'm using. And you just go ahead and put the potting mix into the milk jugs, and then I just wet it down. So I just took it and I just kind of sprinkled it down so that it was moist. Now in the Facebook group that I was in, a lot of people were using it to do perennials, and since I am hoping to do bees next year, that's my my big project for next year, I wanted to plant a pollinator garden this year. So I'm planting a lot of flowers, and they're perennial flowers. So this one is going to be Shasta Daisy. I know that kind of looks upside down or whatever, but I'm actually just going to sprinkle the entire seed packet in here. Just sprinkling the entire seed packet in here, just because a lot of the people were saying that it's okay to densely pack it, and then as soon as they're ready to transplant, we're going to separate them. So there they are like that. Now I'm just going to put some dirt over top, water it. I made this marker out of plastic. I used a reel. I work in electronics and we get components on reels. So this is just a recycling one. So it's hard plastic. A lot of people were reporting that it's important to label things correctly. So I just did that. Now I don't have any duct tape, so I am using painter's tape. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but this is an experiment, so take it for what you will. If you have duct tape, you should probably use that, because that has been proven to work, but this is all I have on hand, and I'm not really about to go out just to buy duct tape. So I am just putting there we go, just gonna tape it all the way around like that. Not a perfect method, obviously, but it's the best that I can do. And I kind of feel like in gardening things don't. There. So now we have a jug that is completely taped all the way around. And now as a second thing, I am just going to write on it on the outside. I already have the marker inside what it is. Let's see, Shasta Daisy. My handwriting isn't really that bad, I promise. And now I'm gonna take it outside. There, so we just added it to the pile on the side of the house. Okay, so I just put that out into on the side of the house so it can be exposed to the elements. I have it on the east side, which will get the morning sun, and it's probably the side that they'll be planted on anyway. I don't know if that matters or whatever, but I'll keep checking back to see once they germinate, and we'll see how this method works. So good luck if you want to try this method yourself. I think it's a quick, economical way. The whole process from putting the holes into the milk jug to planting seeds took about 5 or 10 minutes. The cool thing about this is that it's not critical or time sensitive. You can do it anytime in the winter. You can plant a couple jugs one weekend, a couple jugs the next weekend. It's pretty easy. So you can use milk jugs, juice jars. I actually have a couple of little juice jars that I'm gonna try to do this with, as well as produce tins, not tins, the little plastic containers that produce comes in, like your mushrooms or your berries and things like that. They already have holes in them, which is great for drainage. and they're light plastic, so I'm told you can use any of these things. So if you're gonna try this yourself, good luck. Let me know in the comments how you do, or if you have any questions, or if you have any tips if I did anything wrong. This is my first time, so I'm always open to learning. Thank you. And if you found any joy or any benefit to this, please like and subscribe. Thank you.